Neville Glover, Michael Cronin, Brett Kenny, John Chapman, Michael Patterson, Peter Sterling, Peter Wynn, Lou Platts, Paul Hunt, Ron Hilditch, Stephen Edge, Jeff Gerard. Coach, John Peard. Mick Cronin. Well, as we stand, the Gentlemanly Eels Centre is the top rugby league point scorer so far for 1980 with 172 points. Well on his way to another 200 plus tally for the season. His influence on today's game will, as usual, be enormous. Now come the Magpies. Who's greet them and some cheers. Warren Bowler leads them out. This is the full side. Weymouth, John Rebo, Ted Goodwin, Ron Gitto, Warren Boland, Captain Terry Lamb, Alan Neal, Police at lock forward, John McLeod, Bob Cooper, John Donnelly, Jack Jeffries and Tom Arbour. The coach, of course, Roy Masters. Well, Jim Lease has proven his utility value with stints in the 5'8" and then centre position for the Mags. Back today at his rightful lock spot, he'll relish the prospect of letting the representative selectors know for future reference that he's available should Ray Price's surgery and convalescence not measure up. Referee in today's match, Mr. John Gosher, who had the fine game last week in the 22-all draw between Parramatta and Manly. Premiership match results since January 69. 29 games, Parramatta won 15, West 12, drawn 2. Points 4, West 468, Parramatta 462. Since 69, there have been 15 games at Cumberland. Parramatta won 9, West 4, drawn 2. West have won the last 6 games against Parramatta. The last time Parramatta won, amazingly, was in July 77 when they won 33-2 at Cumberland Oval, going all the way back to 77. First penalty of the match. A little bit of an altercation there. First penalty to Western Suburbs. Infringement in the tackle. This game could develop into something pretty fiery. The wind on the ground level, Barry Ross?
Reasonably strong, favouring Western Suburbs, coming from southeast.
Up to 10 metres or 8 metres inside halfway. Parramatta's in. That's the way to come on the ball. Tom Arbour. Neal. Dallas Donnelly bustling forward. Both the props have had strong, hard runs in the opening seconds. Wayne Smith, the high kick. There's pressure. All underneath it. Cooper takes it well. Must have been offside, surely. Referee says play on. Goodwin tackled. Midfield. Obviously in front of the kicker. Didn't touch a Parramatta player on the way through. Donnelly. It doesn't matter about his 18 stone or whatever it is. They still picked him up and belted him in. Jeffries. Lamb. It's a line ball one. The referee says play on. That bounce is important here. Look at this, look at this. And it's a try. The Western Suburbs. Bob Cooper's got to it. Bounced high in the air. Wayne Smith's down in back play. Terry Lamb's down in back play. I think that was quite right, the referee's decision in allowing play to proceed. But see it again. Now watch the West line. There's Cooper. He was onside, but only just perhaps. He's streaking through, and that terrible bounce, it bounced very high in the air. Watch it, up he goes, the big 6'5". Had to be like a rugby union man. Indeed, he played rugby for Wests. Now that, I think, was quite legitimate by Jeff Gerard to knock Lamb on that occasion. Now watch this horrible bounce, and Cooper jumped right up in the air. He's the tallest man on the field and comes up with a try, and that's a shock. A look at the Ron Gitto kicking record for this year, and he hasn't kicked in all first grade games. 57 goals from 83 attempts, success rate of 68.7. Watch the round the corner style. The wind is with him. He could tend to hook this a bit. That means more from right to left. He's also scored 8 tries. It's hooking, it's hooking, it's hooking. It hits the upright and goes over. Well, there's a dramatic opening. The wind was always going to bring it back to that left-hand upright. Parramatta are down by 5 points. West 5, Parramatta 0. Dramatic open.
What an asset Bob Cooper is. That's his 7th try for the season.
Yes, well, I mentioned that he did play rugby union for Western Suburbs, didn't he?
Yes, that's right. I think he represented junior football New South Wales at rugby union.
Well, he would have been a line-out forward for sure, and he needed to be to pull that one in. McLeod's lost the ball. Parramatta in possession. About 8 metres outside the west quarter. Edge. And there's a possession change again as Paul Hunt loses the ball the first time up. Well, if that didn't go to ground, I'm a bad judge. Sterling, a little chip over the top, a bit too far. Is it Wayne Smith? Oh, the bounce, he nearly ran onto it. And a penalty. Referee having a rather hairy opening to this game. He's been involved in a couple of controversial decisions already. Let's see a replay of that little kick from the point that Sterling put the chip over the top. Now watch it. Little right foot poke. And he's ruled that the player there, the second West player that came in, was in an offside position. He's also gone against Neil for using a forearm. And that is a kick from the quarter line to Cronin. Well, that makes beautiful reading. Coach's delight. 77 goals from 114 attempts, success rate of 67.5, 6 tries, 77 goals for 172 points. A magnificent player for the Parramatta club. He's hooked the ears of it. Hung up in the air. Lease. Oh, nearly burst right through. Quick play the ball. McLeod. Nice pass out to Neil. Neil's got the pass away to Gerard. Went behind. Glover has it back. Going for the corner. He'll be slung to the ground about 15 metres out. Edge. Platts. Big second rower. Still got him by the leg. Edge again. Hunt. Referee telling them to get back to 5. Pressure now for West. Sterling. Hilditch lost his footing. Trying to straighten the attack. They're moving sideways, not making any forward progress. He's across the ruck. Patterson left behind. Glover has it. Play on, he says. They're right back where they were on the first time that Glover picked up the ball. There's a penalty against Neil and Rebo. Now, just take a tip from me. Expect a little bit of fireworks between Rebo and Glover. You recollect that Rebo was sent from the field in the Tooth Cup match on the occasion of their recent clash. Was exonerated. Now you've got a perfect view of it. Our backpack cameraman is in a very low angle there, as you can see. Got himself right down on the ground. This will be better than being at the ground. Now, Cronin usually doesn't string 2 bad kicks together, but he does appear to be aiming slightly to the left again, to me. And it's gone to the left. And just makes the distance. Goodwin takes it, takes the tackle. Parramatta players claiming a try, but I think that was a bit of gamesmanship. Now, Goodwin will be trying to belt this a long way down. Parramatta pressure been pretty strong the last few minutes. That's not a great kick. Sterling will take it very competently to Glover. Neville Glover winding up. Donnelly stood there like the Rock of Gibraltar. Hunt, very much a lightweight second rower. Edge, Sterling, Hilditch. Very wholehearted player, Hilditch. Sterling, Patterson, beautiful pass, cuts out Amanda Winder, could have been a Shepherd there, Glover into touch. A little bit of, I think that was a touch judge's voice you could hear saying, ay. Enough of that. Right on the quarter line. Western Suburbs end. Running from right to left. Stephen Each scrums won 173 from 322. Success rate 53.7. Neil pinged for incorrect feed. And 10 metres in again, Cronin. Barry, let me just get a direction on that breeze. I don't want to labour the point. Is he kicking directly into the breeze from that position there? Had he put the ball on the mound and kicked for goal?
Yes, I would think so. It is a sour easterly. There is a flag up near your commentary position that's blowing and indicating the direction of the breeze.
Gerard. Parramatta opted for the kick for touch. Hunt again. Platts. Sustain the pressure. Sterling. A little toe kick high in the air. Here's pressure. Well, Western Suburbs have come up with the ball and do well to get it out of there. McLeod. Let's see where Wayne Smith positions himself. He's behind the ruck. Donnelly now to ruck it out. That's as fast as he's run for 5 years. Harbour. Giteau. Oh, left that awful late to get the kick in. It's bounced back. They're all offside. Lease knocked on. Well, he must have been behind the kicker, according to the referee. If he'd taken that, we can assume that he'd have been allowed to go on with it. No penalty. He'd be the fastest lock in the world to cover that distance. Even Ray Price, the man sitting beside Barry Ross at the moment, I don't think he'd cover the ground that quickly. How's Ray after the knee problem, Barry?
Yes, Ray, how is the knee? And it looks like there's some good news for Parramatta supporters.
Well, I don't know how good it'll be, but the knee is responding a little bit more each week. So,
could you be playing in the semi-final should Parramatta get that far?
Well, I'll wait and see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I won't make any rash statements or anything, but it's coming along to treatment very good. I'm quite happy with it.
Ray Price, a major loss to Parramatta. Should he not be able to get back on the paddock again this year? Giteau may not have found touch. He didn't. And a foot into touch. Just touching his hands together. Well, he's quite right on that ruling. It means it'll be a scrum. But the player did put his foot on the line, indicating that he was in touch. (5-0). Western Suburbs lead, a shock try in the opening 4 minutes. There's a scrum win to Parramatta. Sterling, way to win. Oh, he's thrown that. I don't know who was intended to. Must have been pulled out of his arms. The West have come up with it. Goodwin ricochets off one of his own teammates there. Driven sideways, then backwards, just outside the quarter. Parramatta's end. Donnelly. Donnelly looks as though he's fired up for this one. Jeffries. Back inside to Lamb. Beautiful pass to Lease. Pass was forward by the look of it to me. Cooper's got it. The referee is calling forward. Nice to be right. Good crowd here at Cumberland. Huge amount of streamers and coloured paper on the field too. And another scrum win to Parramatta. Edge doing a good job. Has won both the scrums that have been decided. Penalties are 3-2 Parramatta's way. Patterson, a little dummy. Neil the tackler. Hillich through the middle of the ruck. One-handed pass. That's going to be a scrum. He called tackle. I would have thought it would have been a penalty after if he'd have called tackle, the referee, and a player passes out that time, it should have been a penalty. It's a West scrum win, surely, isn't it? Well, Parramatta come up with a penalty. Collapsing the scrum. Evidence of Arbour being the last man up. Donnelly being sincere with the referee and trying to get a reason for that. Cronin's kick is a good one. Edge. Neville Glover. Gerard. Up to halfway. Sterling. Kicks again. It's too far. Smith has it. Takes it beautifully. Slipped. They had heavy rain early morning up here, Barry Ross. About 4 o'clock this morning, I'm told.
Yes, that's right. Now, the middle of the ground is a little heavy and slippery.
Some of the players losing their footing. Terry Lamb in possession. Jeffries. Donnelly. Way to Rebo. Glover's there. Jeffries. Neal. Arbour. Cooper. Beautiful pass away to Lease, having a top game. Got a pass away off the ground, but referee says he wasn't held. Goodwin's on the boil. On to Neal. Neal might go on with this. He's sprinting hard. Gets a pass away. It's a bad one. It's missed everybody. Jeffries has scooped it up. Got the dregs. Parramatta still in disarray. Be a penalty if they don't get off him. Smith. Now to Lease again. Last tackle coming up. They're very light on the blind side there, and they've gone the blind at West. Goodwin kicks it high, back towards the forwards. Sterling leaps magnificently. Great take from the little fella. Well, West butchered a try opportunity there. Critical moment. Player down and back play at the moment. Barry, can you identify him?
The second rower, Lou Platts.
Sterling again kicking. I recollect he'd kicked on about 9 occasions. That's not a good one. Neither was the previous one. Smith evades the first tackle. Pace of the game, a cracker at the moment. Boland busts one tackle. So giving awards for captains of the year, this fellow Warren Boland would have to go very close. Neal in behind the defence, running nicely. Looking for the lob pass, and it's gone to Rebo. They won't stop him, I don't think. He's into the corner. He's torn a hole in Hunt's defence. Now there's a brawl going on back on the quarter line. Jeffries trading blows. Arbour's there. Gerard's getting quite a serve. It's a pretty nasty one. Gerard and Arbour at it, hammer and tongs in the foreground. We could lose a couple out of this, and it'll be a tragedy. I didn't see the start of it, Barry. What was that about?
No, I didn't see it either, Rex. Peter Sterling and Jack Jeffries were involved, and as you said, Arbour and Jeff Gerard.
Well, Rebo was scoring the try. I was watching that.
Yes, and perhaps Alan Neal was involved too after he let the pass go. Him and
Let's
Kenny
go back and have a look at the action again. Now the touch judges are giving their reports. This is the way the try came. I doubt if our cameras will capture it. Neal has made the bust. Throwing dummies, the pass that goes to Rebo. Maybe the head-on shot will be better. Rebo, really, that was a classic wing three-quarter try. Let's see it again. Let's see it again. We're on a replay, Barry, just a moment. Now watch the missed high tackle coming up. Rebo beautifully one-handed pulled it in, but our cameras can't give us any more information. It was well behind the play. Well, John Rebo, 9 tries. Now, that is not in very many first-grade games either. Well, Parramatta in all sorts of trouble at the moment. The crowd booing, but their side is 10 points down, and you can boo and you can do what you like, but Wests are playing the football at the moment. Gitto. Now he's got this a very difficult one almost from the sideline. It will be 10-0 should he kick this. Breeze across him. Oh, it looks great. It's curling. And it's there. 2 goals from the sideline to Ron Gitto. 2 from 2 and West 10. Parramatta 0. Now Cronin to kick off, and we'll get a quick comment from Barry Ross to ask Ray Price whether he's very sanguine about his team at the moment. Are they going to do it from 17-5 as they did last week?
Ray, just a moment ago you were commenting that Parramatta were making a lot of handling mistakes. Is that the story of the game, do you see so far?
Oh yeah, West have started off very strong, and we've come into it with, as you said, a lot of errors, and unless our blokes are going to meet them head on, we're going to find it very hard to get back into it.
Well, somebody who should know. The penalty going to Western Suburbs. The kick from Goodwin. Not taken all that carefully. Could have got another 20 yards out of that kick, one thought, with a bruise. Donnelly. Having a very strong game today. Here's Arbour, who's grown in stature as a prop forward since coming into this Magpies team. Jeffries, Goodwin. There was a hard body check from Gerard. They come again. Goodwin finding first grade rugby league a little bit different to the soccer he's been playing to condition himself the last few weeks. Hunt. Glover. Three of them converge and put him away. 10-0 Western Suburbs, who are running from right to left in the black uniform, lead Parramatta, who are running from left to right. Being our usual award today, the player we judge to be the best will receive $400 and appear on Sports World next week. He'll be then eligible for judging with all the other players. Weekly award winners tackled on suspicion there. Peter Wynn, the dummy, going strongly. Got a pass away nicely to Lou Platts. Last tackle coming up about 15 metres out from the Western Suburbs line. Now, Stephen Edge. Sterling with a kick again. That's gone high in the air. Who's got that? Western Suburbs have come up with it. Wayne Smith, the fullback. Just about 5 metres out from his line. Goodwin. Flicks to Boland. Boland's got himself into the clear, coming back in field. Oh, it could be a try. Neil's going up over halfway. He's got the pace to go on with it. Picked up nicely there by Peter Sterling. Great cover. That surprises me. I thought Neil was faster than that. That should be a penalty, but they'll play on. McLeod looking for support. The referee could have given a penalty there.
It's good refereeing, Rex, because
yes,
if he'd pulled it up, it stops the Western Suburbs attack.
Playing the advantage, and West really putting it together at the moment. Arbour. Their forwards are rampaging through this Parramatta attack. Donnelly! Donnelly! Oh, yes, to Jeffries, and they've done it again. West shredding Parramatta at the moment, 13-0. And the forwards just took them on there. Arbour, Donnelly and Jeffries, and cut them to shreds. See it again.
Jack Jeffries' first try of the year.
Now look at this. Abysmal defence. Now Donnelly running like a back. He's even had the time to line up the pass and do the correct little body sway. Watch it again. This is from nearly an 18-stone man, Arbour. Donnelly, look at this. Body swerves, the arms in front, pass marginal. Referee was beside it, says it's a try. I'm not going to argue with that.
John McLeod, the West second rower, having treatment as Giddo lines his kick up.
Giddo. Third attempt, third goal. He's blessed at the moment. 2 from the sideline. One's hit the uprights and gone over. 15-0. A long kick-off. I think Parramatta players will be pretty happy that this half's over.
Well, Ray Price was just making a comment that this is what it was like last week against Manly. They were down 17-5 at one stage, but came back.
Yes, well, that, they've got the capability. Goodwin's kick. A fine touch, is it? Well, get together, lads. Talk about it. Hunt caught from behind. Sterling elects to go on his own up the open side. That Hunt and Glover situation then, both of them waiting for the other to take the ball. And slowly to his feet. Getting back to that award situation, the player from all the weekly award winners at the end of the year will come up with a 7 Big League Footballer of the Year, and he's going to be the recipient of a beautiful Mazda RX-7 sports car. Great car. Try of the match. Every week we judge those. The man most responsible receives $150 each week. At year's end, all those tries will be judged, and the one we designate the try of the year, the man most responsible for that, there was a head high, the referee says neck high, or shoulder high. The man most responsible for that try will be receiving a Mazda 626 Coupe. Ground record set back in 1971, April 26th. About 9.5 years ago, against South Sydney. 22,470. Big crowd today, it won't beat that. Hilditch.
Just for a brief second then, I think Ted Goodwin had a little shoulder problem. The West trainer ran on the field and appeared to put it back in. Maybe it was slightly dislocated.
It'll be a pretty tough lad if he has a dislocation that goes on. They're not very pleasant. Offside, Goodwin. Having his third attempt, he's been unsuccessful with 2 ordinary kicks. At 20 metres out, 2 paces. Meat and drink to Mick Cronin those, and so then the scoreline reads Parramatta 2, West 15. There's the error count situation. West have created 5 errors, Parramatta 3. A number of times each side's given the ball back to the opposition. That's out on the full, way out. It's a bad error. That's a bad one. Didn't even go close. It sailed over the sideline. Mandatory penalty at halfway. Penalties Parramatta's way, 8-3. Cronin's kick ordinary. Scrums have only been 2 decided, and Parramatta have won both of those. You never know from the 15-2 scoreline that West have had so little ball. Edge, Sterling, Patterson, Glover. Neil takes him high and finishes underneath. He gets a bit of a serve. Lamb and Neil are 2 very aggressive little halves. There's a penalty. Reached the ball from his arms, they did, after tackle had been affected. Keeping Parramatta very unsettled, the Magpie forwards. John Chapman, left winger for the Parramatta side. Gerard. This telecast brought to you by Westco Motors, your local Mazda dealers. Sterling, Patterson, back inside to Platts. Lost his footing there slightly in that dampened ground. Gerard. Hilditch, of course, always trails Gerard. Sterling found a gap, through, still going, and that's the 6. It's a penalty, is it? For a head-high tackle by Jeffries. I thought he was awarding the 6, but the penalty's gone. Cronin from about 5 metres inside the quarter, perhaps 20 metres off centre. Another 2 points to the Parramatta side. That's 15-4 Western Suburbs. The score just eroding slightly that magnificent lead. West to restart. Will Giddo be a little bit more careful with his kick. He has a low trajectory grubber taken by Platts. Forwards sorting each other out. Hunt, very small for a forward, very lightweight, but gets through a huge amount of work. He's really not much taller than Sterling. Hilditch trying to straighten the attack. On the blind side comes Sterling, nobody to pass to. Makes a half break of his own. Flats up the blind side. Seem to be trying to settle a few little scores in there. Sterling, step, Gerard. Nicely away to Witt, Witt's into the clear. Good tackle there from Jim Lee's touch judge in to report an incident. Always sad when a big name player retires. And Bob O'Reilly has been a big name player. He announced his retirement after a long career. He's with Barry Ross.
Bob, there must be a lot of memories here for you now that it's all over. You're the first local Parramatta junior to play for Australia. Over 170 first grade games with the club, 200 first grade games in Sydney. What are you going to do? Any coaching in mind?
Oh, well, I've had a little time to think about it, Barry, because of the season actually finished 6 weeks earlier than I anticipated, and but I have had in my mind on coaching for quite a while. I was going to retire at the end of the season anyway, and if a good offer comes up in the coaching area, I'd seriously consider it, yeah.
One quick comment, Bob. Front rowers, of which you're one of the best, always, in my mind, win games. What about the fellow out there, John Donnelly?
Yeah, well, Dallas and I've had a few tussles over the years, and in the old school, he takes it up all day. He's a very good scrummager, and he's a general asset to the side. Yeah, very good player.
Yes, good comment there. And Dallas Donnelly came on cue with a good bust and a good pass, just as he was getting the accolade from a former opponent. But one can't escape the observation watching this game that the Parramatta forwards can't handle the West set. Look at this. McLeod's just gone straight through. This is about the umpteenth break they've made right through the meat of the Parramatta forwards. Cooper, Manil, the switch of play. Dummy, nicely to Wayne Smith, halfway through, back inside the Neil, backing up, out to Boland, Boland's into the corner! No touch judge flag, it's a try, put down the glasses, 18-4, and Parramatta on the rack. Neil involved up to his boot tops in that one. Beautiful switch, it's a standard ploy by Western Suburbs to take him on the open, then he gives a pass and quickly doubles back to the blind. See it again. Now watch little Alan Neil. He'll unload this pass. Now watch him slip back to the other side and get the pass back again. Out to Smith, injecting himself nicely. Look who's backing up, Alan Neil. And the pass he gives is perfect to Boland. Hunt does affect the tackle, but too late. Now there's the switch of play again. It works very well for Western Suburbs. It's their favourite move. Smith gets outside Cronin. Back into Neil. Steps off the foot. Boland beautifully positioned. Hunt's tackle was a good one. The line was just a yard too close. And an embarrassing scoreline now. It's better than Manly could do last week. Giddo, can he make it again from the sideline? Oh! Giddo's got it on a string. West 20, Parramatta 4. Well, that's just going to go the distance. West have got it, least cleverly to Boland.
Bob O'Reilly was just saying that every time West make a break, there's 7 or 8 players in support of the man with the ball. Parramatta too much one out.
Yeah, some of the Parramatta forwards look as though they are not real strong about defending. Today, anyway. Neil, Lamb, Cooper. Good defence there. And the two little guys do it, Patterson and Sterling. Goodwin's kick. He's going to put pressure on Glover. Oh, he takes that beautifully. Gets it into Hunt. Hunt steps Gitto. Got through two. It's a good run. 10 metres outside his quarter. Hunt. Paul. No relation to Neil, the fullback. Interesting looking at the try-scoring potential of these two sides. Wests have scored 70 tries up until this match, and Parramatta had scored 69. But defensively, Wests have only conceded 34, and Parramatta has conceded 44. Oh, Smith took that beautifully. He's halfway in the clear, he unloads. Play on, out to Goodwin. A pass to Neil. How he picked that to Lamb. How he picked it up, I'll never know. He's fallen over. Smith again tearing West to shreds. Tearing Parramatta to shreds. Neil. Donnelly gets a bad pass away, but it goes to Arbour. Arbour, then back to McLeod. McLeod can't unload. Deep in the Parramatta quarter. Jeffries says, I've scored one, I'd like to make it two. Lamb at dummy half. The crisscross, Cooper, back inside. Oh, he's in! Yes! An inept display by Parramatta in the forwards. Their defensive work is appalling.
Like Jack Jeffries, that's Tom Arbour's first try of the year.
See it again. One that John Peard, their coach, won't be happy with. The old hackneyed chestnut, the crisscross. Cooper switches it back ultimately to Arbour. See it again. Lamb stands there like the Statue of Liberty play. Well, Hunt's being left to do. They're just running straight through the forwards to him. Shocking situation for a fullback to be in. Yes, there's a little bit being said in the end goal, but I don't believe there's any side in this competition get out of a 23-4 scoreline. And Wests are only there on sufferance, some of the smarties have been saying. G'day, 5. Number 5 coming up. And, oh, well, nobody even bothered to applaud that. If you kick him from the sideline, he's not going to miss it from there. The scoreline, a positive horror for Parramatta, 25-4. The kick-off. Only about a minute to go. Boland unloads to Lamb. Lamb and Cronin. On the blind side go Western Suburbs. McLeod. Cronin going for the ball there. Jeffries, Neil, Goodwin. Cooper evades one tackle, that of Gerard. Long pass out to Smith. Slips as he tries to straighten. Statistically, the game with the first just about to finish. The penalties have gone all Parramatta's way, 10-4. The scrums 2 completed, both gone to Parramatta. The error situation 6-4, Wests against Wests. And offside play. The try scorers for the Western Suburbs side have been John Rebo, Warren Boland as the hooter goes in the background, Bob Cooper, Jack Jeffries and Tom Arbour. 5 tries. And that man Gitto, 5 goals from 5 attempts. The sole score for Parramatta has come from 2 penalty goals. Now what will they do? It'll be a kick almost certainly from Sterling. Up she goes, and it's a bad kick. He's gone back towards over his head virtually. Lease has got it. He's kicked deep now that the race is on. Boland's racing for it. Cronin's racing for it. Cronin's there first, and that's the half-time break. Against this side, at their home ground, And what the crowd are booing about, I don't know, unless it's the Parramatta supporters booing their own team. That could be the answer. But we think the scene was set in the 3rd minute of this game. An amazing try when Terry Lamb put up a very high bomb. Big Bob Cooper, using 6'5", picked the ball out of the sky to score a try which was made into a 5-pointer by a great goal from Rondo. See that one again. Oliver Tully to come back. No changes on either side. And Western Suburbs running into this breeze now from left to right with the black uniform with the big white V. Parramatta receiving the ball. Yes, and Mr. Gosher has picked up a point that we made on Controversy Corner a few weeks ago about Gitto's kick-off actually putting himself offside because he was standing in the opposition in goal as he kicked. Now, do you want to have a bet to see how long it is before the kick goes in to get Parramatta down the other end of the field? Well, there's the first handling error. Wynn makes it. Wests have got the ball. Parramatta have fallen on it. It's gone free, so a scrum. That's not good enough. That's a scrum win to Western Suburbs, and that's their first scrum win of the match. Only 3 decided scrums thus far. Neil, Arbour. They pound him to the ground that occasion. Jeffries. McLeod. He's a tearaway type. Neil. Switches it nicely to Cooper. Cooper's tearing ahead. Well tackled. Around the boots by Edge. Jeffries, good pass. Lease, the dummy, the straight. Arbour. But he's passed away to Smith. Smith goes within about 5 metres. Last tackle. Boland's out here on the right wing, pointing up in the air. Goodwin does that. The ball's gone the in goal. Cronin does magnificently to take that under enormous pressure. Low down. And it's a line dropout.
You may remember last half, Rex, I pointed out that Ted Goodwin appeared to have a shoulder put in. Well, I asked Ted at half-time, and he said, yes, it did pop out just a little, and he had it put back in by the West trainer.
Tough guy. Cronin's kick is slowed down by Boland. No knock on. Boland's pass looked a marginal one, looked forward. But they've still got the ball on the move. Wayne Smith holding it up, changes direction to Lamb. A good diving tackle there from young Kenny, who's been a little bit lost in this game. Neil. Out to Lease, having a strong go. Goodwin. Perhaps his forward, surely. Lobbed it basketball fashion over the top. Neil. Donnelly. Not standing deep enough on that occasion.
Just received the crowd figure here, Rex, 17,787, or around that figure.
Yes, that's a good crowd. Jeffries, another nice pass out to Lease, and he's wrapped up before he can get a pass away. Only 103 short of 18,000. Another scrum win to Western Suburbs. Neil gets slung to the ground hard by Wynn. Parramatta's lock. Lease, Lamb, Boland. Nicely out to Smith. Beautiful quick hands out to Gitto. Surging ahead. Up towards the quarter. They're passing precise and quick, Western Suburbs. Positioning of the man. Excellent. Neil, Lease, Cooper. Oh, there's body contact. That's Jeff Gerard come up with a top tackle. That was a magnificent one. I don't know who came off worst on that. Gerard took a while to get to his feet. Oh dear. McLeod will score. Got to score. to blame with themselves. See that again. McLeod picked up the drink, split it away. If we could take it back a fraction longer. There's the aftermath. The error is what we're interested in. Now this is it. Patterson trying to unload the ball in an impossible position. And Kenny's defence, well, he's an air youngster and it wasn't good. But if you're in first grade, you're a first grader.
That's Ted Goodwin on the ground near Ron Giddo, having treatment from the West trainer.
Well, I think they can just about dispense with Ted now and keep him for next week. 28 points to 4. Should conceivably be 30 points to 4 in a minute. And this crowd seems to get very restless and even starting to move, some of them. It's worth watching to see just how good this Western Suburbs side are. Well, Gitto with the magnificent credentials of 6 goals from 6 attempts.
Talking about total points scored by sides this year, Rex, both Western and Parramatta now have scored 390 points.
Police takes it well. Nolan. There's another top tackle from Gerard. McLeod. Goodwin. A pass away which was marginal. Got himself involved with one of his own players there. Goodwin trying to get out of the way from Lease. Neil, the little chip over the top. That's a bit too far. Taken well by Hunt. Barber's going to be penalised. See that again. Unnecessary. They're doing it very easy. The kick ahead. The take. Better late than never. They send me a telegram. That needs to be chopped right out. Barber is lucky, really, that all he got was a penalty against him. Sterling. Hilditch, who hasn't given up trying. Not suggesting outplayed. I'm not suggesting any of their players have turned up their toes. Crisscross. Gerard back inside to Hunt. The win. Hilditch. There's a top tackle there. Jeffries the man. Parramatta. Glover. They're about 15 metres out. Trying to sustain a bit of pressure. Penalty. Barber again. The referee adamant about that. They're not going to take any kicks at goal. That's tries or nothing now. Long pass out to Cronin. Stood up on the tackle. He unloaded finally back to edge. There's Neil and Edge, I think, getting involved in a little bit of an altercation. Sterling, the dummy, nicely to win. Defence too good. Ted Goodwin on for being penalised for a trip. Touch judge in. And now Neil. Let's see that incident again. Now watch for Ted Goodwin, number 3. There's the foot. No doubt about it. Referee Gosha saw it. I didn't. Yes, the touch judge on about that little altercation I mentioned between Neil and Edge. Of no consequence. Cronin. 30 points to 4. Western Suburbs in the box seat. The blind side comes Gerard. 4 metres away, as close as they've been. Sterling. Platts. Sterling. Nicely. Back to Hunt. Hunt. 3 metres away. No, he's still short. About half a metre. That's Sterling. Beautiful pass. It's been intercepted. Well, Bowen. Donnelly. Cooper. Threatening there as if he was going to make the bust. Neil. Oh, heavy knock. Donnelly back inside to Lamb. A little bit of shepherding there, one thought. This Parramatta side G'd up to tackle better in the second half. They're certainly putting plenty of effort into their work. The kick from Goodwin. Hunt tested. Did well to position himself. Good defence. They had him ringed around. Nowhere to go. West defence absolutely swarming at the moment. They've been G'd up again, and they're not. It would be at all surprised, Barry Ross, if Roy Masters hasn't told them not to allow Parramatta to score a try to really sink the humiliation in.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. He doesn't want Parramatta to score a try, or for that matter, a point. Or any more points, I should say.
Or can Paul Burlow get back into this Western Suburbs pack, Barry Ross?
Yes, well, I'm sitting with Paul at the moment. Paul, can you get yourself back into this side? They're playing so well.
Yes, Barry. This team makes the final, the five. I'd like to come back to the final. It's going to be exciting, that's all.
Yes, that's right, Paul. Tell me this. What does Roy Masters have you doing to keep fit?
Barry, he wants me to go to Burwood Police Boys. It's a gymnasium, three nights a week, and train there.
Because he really should have made some attempt to stop that one. But it's a net gain of about 50 metres to Western Suburbs. 30 points to 4. West's absolutely whacking this Parramatta side. 6 tries and 6 goals to 2 goals. Well, they've got another scrum, Parramatta. Win. Patterson. And that's a pass that was given offside. So penalty goes to Western Suburbs. First penalty that Wests have had in this second half. Giteau to attempt kick number 7. He's kicked 6 from 6. Giteau from the quarter line, 20 metres in from the sideline. There it is. 7 out of 7. That's his first penalty goal. He's converted all the tries. 152 points now, Giteau, which moves him up the ladder into about, depending on how Gerard goes for Canterbury, into about perhaps third spot. Wilson is second. Cronin is the leading point scorer. 172, 178 to Cronin now with his 2 today. 176. Side foot. 32 points to 4. McLeod. Parramatta forwards have been totally incapable of stopping the West players standing up in tackles. Goodwin's pass out to Giteau, out to Rebo. Rebo with a bit of room. He's busted 1 tackle, busted 2, and finally put down blue plats. There's a pair of holding. Lamb. Donnelly out among the backs now. Arbour, beautiful pass to Cooper. Cooper on to Lease on the burst, up to halfway, unloads nicely out to Smith. Smith looking for support, gets it back inside to McLeod. He's tackled nicely by Patterson around the boots. And he's been penalised for incorrectly playing it. The referee says you move forward off the mark, and Neil drags him away. See it again. Now watch him as he gets to his feet. He's held by the leg. Seems a bit hard, that. I reckon he shouldn't have been penalised, but the referee's on the job and he said he should, so that's it. Edge. Sterling. Hilditch. Got his heart out that for a player losing, as this Parramatta team will be, he would win it. Good game. Beautiful pass. Kenny loses Ilic again, the tackler around the boots. Donnelly, Smith. Teddy Goodwin. Oh dear, oh me, back into Gitto, then on to Arbour, up to halfway. Toying with the opposition. Goodwin. Donnelly. McLeod. Spun out of one tackle. He's claiming he's got a kick in the mouth. I think there was a little bit of gamesmanship there. We'll see it again. Well, we'll see whether he actually made contact. I saw the knee come out, but I don't think it was a knee in the face per se. We shall see. There was the... Now watch Sterling. There's Sterling coming in from the left. Well, you know, his knee came up. Whether that's going to knock a 15-stone man down like that, I'm very doubtful. I think the referee was aware that there was a bit of a con on there. I'm all for seeing knees chopped out, believe me. But I don't believe there was any damage done in that one. China's still on the field. Donnelly. Standing very deep today. Coming on the burst well and distributing the ball well. Neil, Cooper, the switch of play. Cooper elects to run beautifully on a Neil. Shadol, Lisa's put it down. Grabbed at it, snatched at it, McLeod chasing, wanting a try, but the referee says no, lad, knock on. Any talking on the field from the Parramatta players, Barry Ross?
No, not very much. Only talking seems to be going on behind the goalpost, which happens a lot when West is scoring. Here comes Gary Dowling going on for Parramatta wearing number 14.
He'll replace Hunt at fullback. Almost certainly. Penalty to Western Suburbs. Sterling in a state of shock about that penalty. Yes, well, I'm in error. Kenny's been shaken hands with by Dowling, and Kenny comes from the field. He's found that his his fifth first grade game, is it?
Sixth, I think.
Sixth today. He hasn't done it easy today. It'll be a good lesson for him. Mind you, I'm not suggesting for one moment that he's responsible for his team's loss. That would be absurd. But he found the going pretty heavy out there with Gitto and Goodwin. His head's down at the moment. He should not be concerned. He's got to pick himself up and go on with it. Gitto's kick. Oh, he's missed one. He's human. So he's kicked 7 from 8. Arbour, strong, powerful display. Obviously watching this man, Donnelly, who's sorted a few out. Oh, blimey, look at the charge he's just put on there. He might have lost the ball, but he's done some damage. It looks like the Battle of Balaclava. He's just sorted out 2 Parramatta players in no uncertain terms. Stephen Edge and Mick Patterson then got bowled base over apex by this tiny wee lad. See it again on the charge as the trainer's on. Now watch him. This is nearly 18 stone. Bang. Now watch him explode out of the way. I shouldn't laugh. I'd get out of his way. That's a penalty to Parramatta. That's a crooked feed by Neil and feed across. This Parramatta crowd starting to dwindle. We've had from the sports ground, which you well have had by now, of course, that Rod Reddy's sent off for St George, leaving them in a parlous position in the 21st minute. A bit of head work going in there, which the referee should show his disapproval of. Patterson went through a head-high tackle. Had Platts on the outside, couldn't get the pass away. Neil failing to get off the tackle player. Parramatta take the quick tap. Sterling. Ted Goodwin is 7 yards offside at the moment. 8 yards perhaps. Matter of fact, I don't think Goodwin's been onside in this 6 tackle sequence. Patterson. Cronin. And Goodwin's had something swung on him, but he may not have had it actually connect. There was an arm swung at him. But the change of possession, the touch judge evidently wasn't impressed with Goodwin's lay down there. Smith. I think it might have been Patterson. Barber. The West players. Yes, well, Goodwin down. Put on a... Oh, he's come to. Cooper. Hilditch doing a kamikaze dive there. Cloud, little kick over the top. Dowling not to it. Oh, the Lamb nearly came onto that. Parramatta have it. Glover. The kick wasn't a bad one by McLeod. It was useful. Still got 16 minutes to go in this game. West leading 32-4. Bad pass. Cronin, Dowling. There's Hunt, the fullback. Neil. Gerard. Stephen Edge hurdles a fallen player. Sterling. Long pass there out to Wynn. Wynn away to Dowling. Dowling can't get round Rebo. Rebo doing his best to amputate one of his legs. A little bit of business there. Touch judge in and two, yes, from the far side. Well, somebody's being called over. Oh, yes, Ted Goodwin being called over. Well, I hope they call time out because it's the slowest walk in history he's doing. It's like the condemned man going to the electric chair. Oh, he's into a trot. Good work, Ted. One gets the impression he didn't want to talk to the referee. Well, it was definitely a points win to Patterson in that altercation, if there was an altercation. Now Edge to restart. Glover. Parramatta really have looked very ideal-less. Win. That should be a penalty to Parramatta. It is. Holding the player back. Donnelly had hold of Win from behind. They're not back 10 yards. The referee allowing him to get away with it. Win. Crossfield. Now Goodwin is still beside the ruck. Look where he is out on the wing, if we can get a shot of it, as Hilditch comes close. Or is it Edge? Sterling. Maybe a try on here. He's thrown it out to the wing. Glover has it. And he's been effectively and well handled by Gitto. Into touch. Well, Sterling resorted to a gridiron pass there. The penalty count, we only have 20 marks on our sheet for penalties, and we're up to 20 to 6. The Parramatta penalties count, they have had 20 penalties to Western Suburbs 6. The scrums are 3-2 in Parramatta's favour. Massive penalty tally. Western Suburbs. They're third for the second half. Still with 14 minutes to go. Anyone that suggests Western Suburbs couldn't win the competition in 1980 is off their brain.
Paul Merlo was just telling me that Bruce Gibbs will be back too for the semi-finals and finals. He's had a hand injury and it was thought that he would be out for the season, but he'll be a big man as a backup, as well as Merlo for these big forwards.
Yes, well, they're big and they're tough and they're rude and they're ruthless. And they've sorted this Parramatta Park out in no uncertain terms. Rebo! Over the halfway, a shocking little kick. But he still manages to pull off a tackle or a sort of scruffing sort of a tackle. If he'd kicked that hard and chased, I think he would have scored a try. He tried to be too delicate. And Rebo's style of football is about as delicate as a steamroller. Patterson, oh, effective tackle, beautiful tackle. Hunt, who's been absorbed into the game, really has had little effect on the game today. The young second rower, his size has just not been any problem to the west side. Now Cronin standing up in the tackle. There's a bit of an altercation going on here. Cronin was trying, I thought, to defend himself. And now we've got the stupidity at this late stage. McLeod wanting to get involved, and Captain Boland there pulling him well and surely away. Oh, Cronin, let's see the altercation start again. It happened when Cronin stood in a tackle, as is part of his game. This is the upshot of that. Now Cronin, Boland knocked him out of the way. Still going. In hard they came. That was Goodwin. Goodwin tries to reef the ball. Cronin tries to whack him with the elbow a little bit. Referee Gosha being put under a fair amount of pressure to keep 26 players on the paddock today.
I think we'll see Roy Masters make a change should referee Gosha do nothing about this incident.
I think Cronin and Goodwin are both off.
Yes, both been set off.
See it again. See it again. In the 28th minute, 29th minute. Goodwin just back from suspension, off again. And this is the incident involving the two. This will be Cronin's second trip to the judiciary. There's the first one. They're suggesting that this moment, when the elbow came up, the forearm jolt was the reason for it. Now, I don't know what Goodwin did to...
Irate spectator on the field. Steve Edge is trying to get him off.
Yeah, well, they ought to throw him over the fence on his head. Not that it had hurt him.
Here comes the police onto the field.
Well,
also.
they ought to put him in the hoosegow and throw away the key. He's never been in a football field in his life by the shape of it.
Getting back to that incident, Rex, Roy Masters thought there was something on. He made a move straight away to get Mark Bevan to go on for Ted Goodwin, but of course referee Gosha decided what would happen and sent both of them off.
Well, for the life of me, we may have to look at that incident again later on, but I really can't see what Goodwin did in the incident to warrant being sent off. I mentioned in the first call of it that Cronin used his elbow. It was the elbow on which the ball was being held, the arm on which the ball was being held. The kick from Gitto is just outside. The score remains as it was, 32-4. Sensations here. Now, Parramatta with the dying stages with 10 minutes to go. Can they get a try? That seems to be the only thing left for them to salvage some prestige. One try is not going to get them a win, but at least they will know that they can score a try. Well, not with passing like that. And he picked the ball up in an offside position, did Sterling, and the referee's quite right. What does one do in a situation like that? See it again. The rules are specific. Wind knocked on. Here's the terrible pass that Platts knocked on, and Sterling was in front of him when he picked it up. And that The referees make the rulings, the players make the mistakes. Mick Cronin was sent off before.
Yes, one time he was exonerated.
Was that this year?
I think it was.
Sent off and exonerated, so one can assume as that penalty goes over from Giteau to make the score 34 points to 4, one can assume he would be starting with a clean slate. Six minutes to go. 34 points to 4, Western Suburbs. 6 tries and 8 goals. Can Parramatta score the try? And they won't this time. West have got the ball back. Smith's kick into the breeze is a pretty effective one. Blimey, it's gone about 65, 70 yards. Taken by Hunt. He's got support, but he runs away from it. Runs well away from it. Runs upfield nicely. Had Dowling there, playing in number 14 beside him. Couldn't unload. Sterling. Lamb being told to get off. Gerard. Balls to the ground. Platts. Sterling. Patterson. Dummy. Nicely to Hunt. Hunt, there's the first try, the only try from the Hilditch. A deserving reward to the skipper who hasn't stopped. Among some abysmal performances today, he stood out like a beacon. See it again. Good work from Hunt and Patterson. Sterling's initial pass to Patterson, then the pass back inside, and this clever young lad timed his pass to perfection. And Hilditch scores a deserving try underneath the post. Too little and too late, but at least they're on the board. Now watch Patterson swivel, just as the pass one thought was going to go to ground. Yes, they haven't got a goal kicker. Who's going to be? Gerard, is it? Yes. See it again. Well, we've seen it twice. That'll do, I think. There was a moment of anguish in the Parramatta camp there, a moment of hiatus, as they suddenly realised Mick Cronin wasn't there to kick the goal. Gerard has volunteered. 34 points to 7. And he's kicked the goal. The crowd love it. 34 points to 9. Perhaps 3.5 minutes to go. The clock has stopped. That's unofficial time. Patterson, the dummy, just outside their quarter. West doing it very easily. Hunt. Sterling, long floating pass out to Dowling. Couldn't get his pass back on the inside. Let's have a look at this penalty situation. 21 penalties to Parramatta, 9 to Western Suburbs. An incredible penalty tally. The scrums, only 6 decided. They've been shared 3 all. The try scorers for the Western Suburbs side have been Rebo, Boland, McLeod, Cooper, Jeffries and Arbour. Only 2 forwards have failed to score. Peter Wynn, under Glover. Rebo, and Rebo buries him hard. Patterson, pass knocked down, will be 6 to go. Win, out to Dowling, coming out to the Winslow, Chapman, Chapman into touch. Good tackle from Lamb, and there's an orange being thrown on the field at the referee. And of course our friend Ron Giddo, the goal kicker, has kicked 8 goals from 10 attempts for the Parramatta side. A try to Ron Hilditch, a goal to Gerard, and 2 penalty goals to Mick Cronin. Western Suburbs. Overlap if they use it. Out there to Giddo. Now Rebo. Oh, Rebo's overrunning. That's bad positional play. That was very bad positional play. Lease scooped it away. And a little knock on. Errors coming up on your screen. Parramatta 11, West 10. The number of times each side has given the ball back to the opposition. 18,000 spectators in attendance at this game. Penalty in the dying stages with maybe under a minute to go. Up towards the quarter line now. Parramatta restart with Edge. Ron Hilditch. And there's the hooter in the background. A well-beaten side. Parramatta go in with the scoreline that reads 34 points to 9.